Hi, my name is Negustita and welcome to a collective reading. So I'm going to burn some Palo Santo here and I'm going to ask Spirit to help me clear and cleanse this space so I may be able to give you guys the most accurate reading with the clearest of messages. Okay, so clearing negative energy and channeling for the highest good of the collective. So I actually wanted to use this channeled messages deck to see if any messages wanted to come out for you guys today. So yeah, without further ado, I'm going to shuffle a little bit actually. And then I want to see what messages want to come out for our highest good. Setting us up on the highest timeline. What messages want to come out for my collective today? So we got the Cancer card. Somebody here could be a Cancer. All right, let's see here. What are the messages for the collective? Again, for our highest good. So we have the, there's somebody here. There's a masculine energy who wants to say the intimacy, like the spiritual aspect of how intimate you guys get is something that unnerves them, but they want to bear through it to be with you. Okay, I also saw the budget card. So some of us may be spending a lot of money. Be careful now. So we got the December card that came out for you guys. An old fling is thinking of messaging you, and someone is in need of your light, but it's up to you if you want to share it with them. Remember, you don't owe it to anyone. You don't owe nobody is owed your time and energy. Okay, and then we got the fake twin flame card. Whoa, if you were thinking about somebody and you thought they were twin flame. Okay. There's also yes or no's in this deck. Pause the video and ask a yes or no question. There's also a maybe card in here too, but and maybe it might come out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But yeah. Oh god. All the cards came out, but I'm not going to take any of them. Some of the messages in here could also be very contradicting, so just take whatever resonates. If nothing resonates, then do not worry about it. Okay, so we got the, this card came up earlier, but I didn't accept it because I wasn't sure if it was going to come out, and it came out again. So I'm not ready to face some of my shadow traits, but I'm trying. I still love you. All right. There's something here too about divine timing. Okay, so we got the Libra card. I see the Libra card. And Pisces. Holy shit. Some of you will be dealing with a Libra. You might be a Libra. And we got the Aquarius card. We also have a trait is sexy genitals. This person could have sexy genitals. Okay, I hate you, but not really came out, or popped its head, I should say. Okay. Think of yes or no questions. See if Spirit is gonna give you some clearance, guidance at this time. Oh, we got the please forgive me, but I'm not ready to. But I'm not ready yet. We got long hair as a trait. And they are obsessed, fell on the floor. There's somebody here who is obsessed with you and your energy and your light and your time. And boy, you better not be giving that shit for free because you could really charge for it. We got the January card. You may have met somebody in the month of January. You might be meeting someone in the month of January. You might be getting together with somebody in the month of January. And if you had a yes or no question, I believe the answer for you is no. All right. Oh, we got no again. So if you asked another question, which is this right? Or I don't know, but you got no again. I don't know. It was probably just double confirmation, but the first answer being no. All right, we got I hate you, but not really. That actually came out. And then we got the marry me, I want you to be mine, I want to have kids with you. What's your ring size? Let's go shopping to find the perfect one. Okay, I'm going to take a few more cards and then I think I'll be done with this. Soft skin came out and sorry I leave you hanging all the time. I'm just immature. And then the suggestion for this card is to walk away from this individual. Okay. And then we got the card yes. So I'm sorry if that is confusing. You got 2 no's and 1 yes. Oh my shit. We got another yes. I don't know if you guys asked us a different question, but 2 yeses came out to one after the other. Same thing with the no's. Damn. Spirit's talking today. Okay, we got the card, another lame-o. Be aware, not everyone is like you. They want your time and energy, but also your blessings, even though they couldn't handle it. People are jealous and can't help it, but shine, my lovely star. Could it be my blessing is you? Whoa, this is too much. These are just some cards. Take whatever resonates. I'm gonna have to move on from this deck, but we got Sagittarius. I feel like there's more that wants to come out of here specifically. Then another card fell to the floor. Okay, so we got the you're looking so good you got people mad that they ever mistreated you. And then we got the they're obsessed card again because it fell on the ground and I picked it up. And I picked up the other card. But okay, and then we got something great is happening. Somebody who you've been wanting to heal could be healing right now. I never admit it, but I want you to become the mother of my future children. So if you are a masculine energy, then just swap out the gender roles. But there's somebody here who wants to have kids with you. Even if you don't want kids, they may not even really want kids, but this is just to show you how committed they are to you. I've never met someone like you, in parentheses, starstruck, and I think about you like all the time. My friends have had enough of me talking about you. Okay, so there's someone who talks about you quite a bit. Alright, and then I really am just gonna okay, one more card and then I'm gonna call it quits with this deck. Because I want to move on to the tarot. We're already like 8 minutes in. We haven't even gotten to the tarot. I'll take this card. A message from a bestie. I love you. I've never had a best friend like you. Okay, that's about it. You guys got messages from multiple different energies, but there was one main one. And I think it's this fake twin flame. So that's who I'm going to do this reading on. So I've been getting a lot of that type of energy, honestly, with my collective readings. But hey, man, I've been through it. Had my own fake twin flame. Maybe one day I'll share my experience with you guys. But I can help you through it because, it's not easy. But this journey is really meant to make you not only trust yourself on a level you've never trusted yourself before, but to love yourself on a level you have never loved yourself before. And that is the twin flame journey. Congratulations. Even if your counterpart doesn't make it with you, don't worry. You have not been forsaken. As long as you've been doing the work, God will bless you. God will bless you with the ideal person, with the soulmate you've always dreamt of. Better than this crusty dusty. I'm gonna be for real. But so Spirit, who is this fake twin flame energy I was sensing earlier from the collective messages? So we got the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, and then we have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. This is interesting. So there's something here about, I want to use the word like a workaholic. This is someone who really is obsessed with like imagery or the way they come off. Like I think they like to appear busier than they really are. This is someone who's probably taken like days to reply to your messages, when in actuality they were staring at the message the whole time. You know what I mean? It was just like they really did act like they were too busy for you. But what is this Wheel of Fortune card? What's this Wheel of Fortune card? We got the Eight of Cups. So it's something in regards to what they walked away from. They walked away from this Wheel of Fortune moment, and I'm getting it was a good thing. So they deliberately chose to walk away from something good for them, because they thought of it as like, so this card came in the upright, but they saw it, they were looking at it as if it was in the reverse. So this is someone that's like, oh, like they also probably didn't trust your sense of judgment or your way of doing things. This was somebody who wanted it to be their way, or they thought that their way was the best way. And this is what I'm getting, like this is someone who was like, oh, you're too irresponsible. Like they even though you were going through like they saw you as going through a period of good luck, they felt like it was unreliable the way that you were doing things. They felt as though like it could flip at any moment and become like a period of bad luck, so they were like jumping ship, even though they felt as though, because I'm getting the sense that they felt like you two shared a bond. All right, I don't even need to pick cards to know that you guys felt as though you shared a strong bond with each other. I think you may have like the person watching this, the viewer, most likely identified this connection as like twin flame. And also see this Three of Pentacles. This is the second time I've seen this card. So that's going to be an important thing for later. It's going to come out, but yeah, I definitely feel like not only is your crown chakra activated, because her crown chakra is or third eye chakra looks as though it's activated. I said crown, but honestly, baby, it's probably both. Knowing your pretty ass, but oh, you're a beautiful ass. But yeah, no, I'm really getting like this person walked away from a good thing before it went bad. And it's not bad. It's not, what they walked away from wasn't a bad thing, but it's like something about them not wanting to go through the motions with you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, whatever. It's like, it's not that they're unaware of commitment, but it's like they didn't want to be committed to you. That's what I'm getting. Like, I'm getting this feeling of like them, they just didn't want the good and the bad, even though there was going to be mostly good and they knew that to be true. But it was like they were really focused on what could go wrong. Almost not just out of habit, but I get the sense like that's what they prefer to do. They prefer to look at things from like the half empty perspective. Like that's their comfort zone. They really enjoy, I mean, like at first it was a necessity, but now it's like they just enjoy to look at things that could go potentially wrong. But now they're really like, oh shit, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have looked at it from that half empty look, because now I'm missing out. Okay, now they're missing out. Okay, and next we got the moon. Like I just said, I literally just said this. They like to look at things from a half empty perspective. They like to look at things like out of a fearful perspective. Like they wanted to look at everything from that. Okay, wanted may be a bit strong, but it's like fear. They're controlled by fear. They're ruled by fear. And ultimately, that's what made the decision. That's where it was coming from, a place of fear. So what's this fear about? Oh, I really hate when the cards do that. Just okay, for dramatic effect, I get it. So this fear was about, okay, well now I'm a little confused, but all right. So the fear was about the authenticity of this connection. They were afraid of the authenticity of this connection. Because in the past they had messed up authentic connections and they didn't want to mess this one up. But if you're watching this, it's probably because they did. Anyways, oh, and there's another card here as well, which is the Chariot in reverse. So, yeah, there's something too about repressing. They repressed their feelings, they repressed emotions. Now, with the Six of Cups, this could go a few ways. This could be someone from your past. This could be them thinking about people from their past. I'm not like super sure what the Six of Cups is, but I honestly feel like it was just meant to amplify the emotional impact of the lovers. This person's world did shift when they met you, and they felt a lot of love, like a familiar type of love, the moment that you guys met. And I think that's what triggered their fears, because they have a lot of things to heal that they were avoiding healing. Yeah, and with the Eight of Wands, they do want to be in communication with you, especially if you guys are blocked. Then we get the Ten of Wands following that. What's the Ten of Wands? Dog. Stop doing that. I don't like how, like, when I'm shuffling, some of the cards would just flip up and then it's like it doesn't, it's like it just stays with the rest of them. Like, I don't know, like, it kind of annoys me. I don't like to shuffle like that. But up until recently, they never did that. So I don't know if I'm channeling a different guide. So we got the King of Pentacles in reverse, and I think that's the clarifier for this. So this person was more focused on their finances than their love life. I'm gonna be really honest with you. That's where a lot of this overburdenedness came from. It honestly, they just didn't want to pay attention to it. It's like they were in the middle of their grind. This is a very workaholic card. Like, they were, and also I see the Five of Cups here in reverse. So I think they're crying over spilled milk, but no, they're really just depressed. No matter how you look at it, they're not doing well, because of this choice that they made. Yeah, they really do regret the choice that they made. They chose, it's like, like in the movies, there's like that, like almost a workaholic, Grinch type character. Like, I'm thinking like one of those Hallmark movies where there is this like town and they have the CEO dude. Yeah, this card keeps wanting to, like, the deck keeps splitting exactly where this is at. But in those movies, there's like the workaholic CEO type character, and then maybe he moves to a small town for business, but then the small town people are trying to get him in the spirit of Christmas or something, and he's like, oh, that's, I'm above that. And basically, like, that's this person's energy. It's like they were like, no, I'm gonna focus on my work, because it would be too painful for them to or work or other things. Like, with this Ten of Wands energy, they just didn't want to invest because they felt like they already had a lot going on. But they still want to be in, basically, this is why they regret it. They regret making this decision because their worst fear came true. Their fear was that this was the genuine and authentic connection, and that they ruined it essentially by walking away from it, by choosing not to invest. What is this Page of Pentacles? Can I get a clarifier? What is this Page of Pentacles? This Page of Pentacles is this Empress card in reverse. So this really was the way they perceived you. They perceived you like, they saw you as like unstable, unreliable. They didn't think that your way of doing things was, it's like you guys had two very different ways of approaching life. Like, maybe one of you is more carefree and you align with the power, with the universe, and then the other one of you is like, no, if you want X, Y, and Z, then you're gonna have to get it like this. Or, oh, I almost want to say, because I saw the Five of Swords earlier, it's almost like their way of doing things was bad, karmatically speaking. Like it's not as though they would lie, steal, and chill, but they would still do things that would get them bad karma. They would, like, accrue not good karma. Yeah, so this other half of yours, your twin flame or whatever, This is somebody who just prioritized the wrong things, and they're realizing that now, because maybe some things may have fallen through for them. With the Pentacles, with the King of Pentacles in reverse, yeah, they may not be doing well financially. And that this is allowing them to reflect. I think this is allowing them to look back on the relationship with a different perspective and realizing like why faith is important. They're learning a lesson. Now, whether or not they're going to learn it is a different thing. But either way, they're going through this lesson, and we all go through this lesson. But we realize how little control we really have over life. And this is where faith comes in, because if you have faith, don't make rash decisions. You don't pull the plug on good things. And the reason why we have faith is because it's true. I mean, like, it really depends, I guess. But I am someone who, I will preach about this, and I'm gonna like pause the reading right now because I feel called to do so and talk about why it's important to have faith. So faith in the universe, faith in some sort of justice, karmatic justice, that everything will work itself out in the grand scheme of things. And this is why we don't want to make rash decisions, or why we want to jump into certain things. This King of Pentacles is understanding that there are things beyond what they can perceive and see working in their highest good. This is, so I guess another thing is like when you choose to make decisions with a lack of faith that things will work out, you may take more money than you need, right? Let's say you're somewhere right now where they offer food for free, and you take a little extra, even though it's more than what you actually need, but you take a little extra because you're in the scarcity mindset and you don't have faith that you'll come across it again. All right, but let's say somebody saw you do that. So the next time one of these events are held, you're not in the know. Do you know what I mean? Like, somehow, some way, you unfortunately, it's not like what you did was a bad thing, right? This is why it's important to have faith, because that person lost faith, and now they lost out on an opportunity because of it. If they were acting in faith, even though they didn't know how or when or why, but they just had a belief that like, hey, you know what, it's gonna happen in ways that you cannot even perceive, right? Like, this person wasn't aware they were being followed, or that like somebody saw them do that. And like, also, there was another consequence to their action because they took more than what they needed, and the food is a finite resource. Someone else got to starve. Do you know what I mean? Somebody else got to sit there and eat less than what they needed because someone else chose to take more than what they needed. And that's how these things work. And this is why karma is a thing, and how everything is balanced out in some way. And again, though, we don't ever get to see the bigger picture. We don't actually get to see the full extent, but our angels do. But God does. But the universe does, and it'll fix itself. So you don't need to really be worried about what's fair or what's just. I'll give that up to a higher power, because baby, to be so fucking for real, you don't have that much control over situations and things. But when you act in your highest good, you can trust that your highest good will come back to you in some shape, way, or form. And I think ultimately, this is what we're learning as a collective, as an entire species. This is what we're learning. We're understanding that there are things beyond what we can see and feel. Well, not feel, but beyond what we know to be true. And this person was not acting in that type of way where they understood that the universe is always watching them, and when they do scummy things, they get scummy results. Okay, all right. And so acting in faith is so important. Acting in faith isn't really going to church or believing in God. No, that's a choice if you want to. There are over 2,000 religions in this world. If Christianity doesn't feel like the one that's most accurate to you, then don't worry about it. Don't try to make a shoe fit if it's not for you. But I do suggest just, looking into it or connecting with your own guides, or just having a basic understanding that good is God. All right, good is just. And when you're acting in your highest good, you'll feel good about it. And sometimes there are tricky situations we get into, but they're really meant to test us. And if you pass the test, you pass the test. If you don't, you don't. Anyway, I'm gonna keep shuffling. All right, so we got the Magician card, and this came in the reverse. So there's something here about, this could be obsession. This could be about dark magic. Okay, the Magician card to me is honestly a wild card of whatever it can mean, but I will say this: there is somebody who may be sending you negative energy. There's some type of darker presence in your energetic zone. Now, I don't think it's related to this reading, but let me grab some clarifiers. What is this Magician card? There's definitely, yeah, this is Ace of Cups. So this is somebody you may have had a falling out with, a friendship potentially. Honestly, for a lot of us, this could be like a frenemy type character. Somebody who was not acting in our highest goods, but was in our energy zone now. Yeah. Spirit, why am I being shown this? Why is this person in the energy? What is the purpose of them? 7 of Wands. I think it's to give you a heads up, to warn you about their presence, their energy. And this person may be reaching out to you soon. Ace of Pentacles looks a whole lot like the Devil card. And then the Page of Cups. So yeah, okay, I see. So this person may be reaching out to you with an apology and some type of deceptive. I say deception because if this person is someone who in the past has hurt you, now again, I don't think this is this King of Pentacles. This King of Pentacles energy, I am not sensing with this Magician card. This is somebody who could use dark magic, but lie about it. Okay, with this Page of Pentacles, they're gonna offer you something, either a business opportunity, a job, something of those. And this is someone I think you have a history with. I feel you may have known this person. This is like an enemy, someone you have either identified as an enemy or will come to understand as an enemy. But this is somebody who is going to apologize to you and offer you some type of new beginning, but don't trust it. All right, what's this Ace of Pentacles? And you're being told so you can prepare for it, so you can defend yourself against it, or to not let your guard down. Okay, so we got the Hermit card. Pray for protection, y'all. Pray for protection from this person. Pray to God to have this person reveal themselves to you. The Hermit card is the clarifier. Yeah, I think this person's goal ultimately is to hurt you in your finances, in your love life. This is somebody who wants access to you so they can hurt you. And now this is how I gathered that. First of all, this Hermit woman is holding a snake. I have never noticed that, first of all. Like, honestly, I didn't even realize she was holding a snake until I went to show it to you guys and said she was holding a snake. So, basically, she is... So, here's what I'm getting. This person wants to hurt you. And they're going to do it by having you open up to them again. And they will be patient. So if you're thinking that over time they're going to reveal themselves to you, no, especially if that's what got them last time. They're going to try to weasel their way back into your life. Especially, they're going to appear so innocent, They're gonna appear like, oh, I learned my lessons now. I don't know. Honestly, the world is full of people. There are 7 billion other human beings on this planet. I don't think you need them like that. I think you could find a better friend. But with this Hermit card, what I'm getting is they want you to be trapped, to feel trapped, to put you in a hermit mode, because they see you thriving right now. They see you succeeding. They see you on social media or in real life or however it is this person knows you. They are for sure stalking you, and they see something great is happening. Now, a wise woman once told me that other people will sense greatness in you, potential in you, before you ever see it within yourself. Now, you may be just going about your life, just living, existing, doing your own thing, all right? And maybe at this point, some people have noticed you. Sorry, like I just heard a child scream. But anyway, you know, and some people may have noticed you already, but what I'm getting is something greater is about to happen to you. Something better, something great is occurring energetically to you, but also like it's gonna manifest in the 3D real fucking quick or soon enough. All right, you're gonna get some kind of opportunity, some business is about to be popping. I don't know what it's gonna be like for everybody, but I just know you're gonna get to where you're trying to go, or at least pretty damn close. And there are people who can feel that, especially people have labeled themselves enemies of you, who treated you like an enemy, like people from your past life, people who have from past life and came into this life to do the same damn shit because they hadn't learned their lessons. All right, this is somebody who's trying to hurt you, who wants to hurt you. Okay, honestly, that's what I'm getting here. And it's so that they can get you back into this. They want to cage you in a box, for real. They want you to be small again. And if the only way they can do that is hurt you, they know you're going to bounce back. Don't get me wrong. This person knows, like, you're going to enter a hermit energy and you're going to pop out again with some new shit and you're going to be better than before. Excuse me. And maybe for some of you, it could be what you need. But honestly, just be really wary. Use your intuition to discern. Okay, and I think I think this energy's over. So back to this King of Pentacles. I don't know. Spirit was like, all right, full circle. So we got the Three of Wands. So the Three of Wands, this is somebody who's really debating about traveling towards you. They're making a plan, and they're making a plan to see how they could fit you into their lives. All right, and we got the Temperance card in reverse. Oh, okay. Temperance card in reverse. Spirit, what is this Temperance card? We got the Four of Cups in reverse. What is this Temperance card, Spirit? It's the Five of Cups in reverse. So this is the reason why someone was imbalanced in the past, or sometimes when this card comes in reverse, I want to interpret it like they're recovering from this moment. But honestly, since it's a clarifier for this Temperance card, what I'm getting is this person is pretty unbalanced. This is somebody who's like struck with grief. Like either this is better than the energy in the upright or worse than the energy in the upright. So I'm getting that someone is like violently filled with grief over losing you. And on that note, if you are someone who felt like the love you had with this person was reflected in weather in any kind of way, so like if it was sunny, you felt like you and this person were on good terms, or like the love you had for them was just you know, if you somehow found that your emotions were reflected in the weather, so when you were sad it was raining, it could be vice versa. So if it has been raining for the past couple of days, it could be because this person is really just struck with grief over you. Don't know, but they do definitely feel very rejected right now. They feel very rejected, and they don't want to let you go. So, but I'm going to grab a clarifier for this Three of Wands. What exactly is this Three of Wands talking about? Okay, we got the Ace of Wands in reverse. Oh, that's too many cards. I'm not taking all that. Actually, what is this Three of Wands, Spirit? The Four of Swords in reverse. person is restless. They are restless, thinking about you, thinking about how to move towards you. Like they are, it's actually like concerning, but I mean concerning, I don't think they're going to do anything violent towards you, but they are obsessed with you, and that's where they are at currently. Yeah. And then we got the Four of Pentacles. I almost want to say they want to play some type of mind game with you. Yeah, they want to play some kind of mind game with you. They want to act like they're not heartbroken. But it's like, I guess what they're not understanding is the only way they can have you is if they're willing to be vulnerable how much they love you. Because the thing is, despite how this person acts, they truly do love you. With this Two of Cups card, they do feel a special and unique connection with the both of you. It's just, it's sad. They really do it to themselves. It's some type of like self-sabotage. Like, it's like they intuitively know if they want to have you in their life, they're gonna either have to become a better person, a better version of themselves, or you know, like be honest and upfront with you about everything. I'm not getting that they've been honest and upfront with you about everything, at least especially about how they feel about you, because most of these cards, none of these cards reveal how they feel about you except for the Lovers and the Six of Cups, but that was the clarifier for the Moon card, which is what they've been suppressing all this time. They've been suppressing how they've been feeling, so you don't get to know it. And because they've been doing that bullshit, they're literally crying, screaming. Some may even get violently like struck with grief. Okay, it could be intense here, because I'm not gonna lie, I am getting a lot of intensity. They're going through a transformation, like a dark nights of the soul type of transformation, which is what they need to grow. So keep doing what you're doing, honestly, because honestly, there's no advice here. There's nothing to do for them. They literally chose to walk away from you. Like, they deliberately chose to suppress their emotions. Like, every moment of the way, every step of the way, they could have been honest and upfront with you. Like, they knew the right thing to do this entire fucking time, and they just chose not to. So leave them be. There is no advice in terms of like, oh, go to them. No, there's none of that. All right, so if some of you asked earlier, should I message this person? Don't. All right, honestly, just allow them to grieve and to realize, to get to the bottom of their self-sabotaging behavior, because that's the only way they're gonna grow. And we're here about growth, all right? And I'm not gonna lie, it took me a while to realize that this planet, part of it is grief, a part of it is suffrage, and you just gotta get comfortable with that. Like, nothing on this planet remains the same forever. All right, look at let's say your favorite place in this entire world is like a boba shop located in like San Francisco. All right, well, the way this information is coming to me is probably not gonna make like a whole lot of sense, but from like 100 years from now, San Francisco is not gonna look the same. All right, it may be switched up, but I just get the sense like it's not gonna remain the same. So that place you really like is only going to be here for a limited amount of time, and it's going to only be here for us the way that you like it to be. Does that make sense? So I mean, another example too is the neighborhood I grew up in was like, it was like a hill, but it was like a flat land. It was like this, but over the past like 20 years, it's literally like this now. The earth is literally shifting. And it happens so gradually, we just get accustomed to it and adjust accordingly, and it's fine. But eventually, like, I mean, you know, this planet, I'm not trying to give someone like extra I'm not trying to make anybody afraid. So please do not receive this information and then turn it into fear. I'm merely stating something to be true. This earth shifts. We know that to be true. There is proof that this earth has shifted a lot over the past 4.5 billion years it's been around, and it's going to continue to shift. You know, what was once the deserts are now like forests, like Amazon forest, you know what I mean? Like with plenty of water, sunlight, all that, because it just happened. Like, I'm just saying, like, on the most basic level of life. And I mean basic, like, plant life. Things change. And sometimes change is excruciatingly uncomfortable. Sometimes even painful, okay? But we do what we gotta do to live. And now, why you choose to live, that's up to you. Which I guess is gonna sound really like morbid, and I hope it doesn't sound morbid. But basically, like, what I'm trying to say here is why you choose to put up with all that and why you choose to continue on is up to you to figure out. But I will say this, like, there is a purpose, there is a meaning if you're willing to look for it. Even to this heartbreak, even to this person who literally could have had the most amazing person in the world, could have had the best love of their fucking life, of all their lifetimes, and literally just chose to give it up. Like, we don't know why people do what they do, but I can tell you this, growth is worth it. It's worth going through the pain to grow, to become the ultimate version of yourself. Like, and I don't know who told you this, but life was never going to be easy. So you do need to get that out of your head. And if you think that someone else's life is better than yours, please rethink that. You really don't know what goes on in other people's lives. And take what you can handle, of course. So try not to overpack it with the lessons here by making silly mistakes and silly choices, because you can make your life easier by choosing the path of your highest good, because that's the energy that comes back to you. All right. So no more gossiping, no more drama, no more tea. This is what religion teaches us, but remove the religious aspect and just learn the fucking lessons and you will have a better life. But what I'm saying is, even so, that doesn't stop volcanoes from erupting or the planets, you know, I'm not really well versed in what I'm talking about, but and that's very obvious with the way I'm speaking about this, but like, don't the plates shift? And whenever the shifts occur, that causes earthquakes. Like, those things don't stop. Like, hurricanes still happen. Like, these natural disasters still occur. And like, and that's life. I'm gonna be so fucking for real with you. That's life. Nobody likes it, but it happens anyway. And the goal isn't actually to sit there and be like, well, I don't like this. The goal is to adjust. The goal is to redirect. The goal is to continue on anyway. And then see how amazing you become when you do it. Honestly, I'm here for myself. I'm gonna be so freaking for real. As much as I love to help other people, I'm here for my own improvement. I'm here to live my best life. And I'm gonna do what I can to make sure that happens. And nobody should be hurt for me to do that. And I think this is where, you know, as a viewer, if you're still pining after this person or you want them to turn the other way, that's what they're banking on you doing, honestly. They want you to look back and be like, well, why did that happen? And then reach out to them. Don't. Let them lay in the bed that they made. And instead, just to focus on reworking your mind. Focus on living for you and living your best life, because that's what you need to do. And the more you focus on that, the less this person becomes irrelevant to you. Because as someone who has gone through this twin flame experience, or fake twin flame, and obviously it's an ongoing experience, so it's not like I'm ever going to be done with it, but I can tell you is I had a twin flame, or I met someone who I thought was my twin flame. I mean, there was a time in my life where I was like 100% sure that they were my twin flame, but as I gotten older and as I've grown and healed more from this connection, I realized, like, there's room here for error, human error. This person could have very well just been with that fake twin flame phenomenon. By the way, I saw 44. So the number of divine protection. We are being protected and we are loved. And so I hope that calms us down from what I was feeling earlier, because I don't want to, like, you know, trigger someone's anxiety. I'm just saying that growth and change are a healthy part of life and you can't avoid it forever, and you shouldn't. Don't become this person who avoided it for so long that they missed out on you. They missed out on the life you could have built together. This is somebody who loves you deeply, who cherishes you deeply, but does not treat you as such because they never healed from whatever the fuck they needed to heal in order to come at you correctly, in order to cherish you correctly, to love you correctly. And I know it hurts, but you know what? It's not about you. Truth be told, you're not the reason why this person's messed up or why their love is the way that it is. You're not responsible. You just tried to love this person with an honest and open heart, and it broke yours, and you're recovering from that, or maybe you've already recovered. I don't know where you are in your twin flame journey, but I will say this, right? Like, honestly, you're doing a great job. You're doing better than you thought. And you know, when you moving on is like, honestly feels like you've lost a part of you, but it's good. Sometimes it's actually what's best for you. All right, again, not to be morbid, but to bring a morbid example up. If you had a limb that got infected and you were, for whatever reason, not able to treat it sooner, and now it's to the point where they gotta remove it, understand, if they kept the limb for you, if that's what you were trying to fight for, you could die. And it's not worth it. I'm gonna be so honest, because the light that you have to offer this world, the love that you have to offer, the people you could be there for, the people who want to be there for you, I'm gonna be real, from that perspective, it's not worth it. It's not worth keeping dead weight around. Like, so yeah, I just went on this whole tangent, and I keep looking at the time, and I'm astonished I've been talking for 47 minutes. But it definitely doesn't feel like I've been talking for that amount of time. I'm gonna be real here. It feels like it just started channeling, and I feel like there's honestly more messages from this deck. So let's see, where's some more messages? I didn't want this reading to be like super long, but I had a feeling it would be. We got the Death card. Also, yeah, I did want to like reiterate about this Dark Magician, this past friend. I really, with the Ace of Cups, I think of a friendship of some sort here, but it was false. It was like set on false terms. Like, this person manipulated you into thinking they were trying to be your friend, but they had bad intentions this whole time. And they also, and I think it may be surprising for some of you who this person is gonna be, but for others of you, you may already know who this person is. With this Ace of Cups too, right? Like, there could be a separation going on as well between you and this person. But what about this Death card? And I know I was this tangent I was on, but this is what Spirit was trying to get me to say earlier too. With this Death card, it's just further confirmation this connection needs to end, because this person is not ready for you. They're only compatible with this Dark Empress. This Dark Emperor is only compatible with this Dark Empress. But that's not who you are. You are not that. You're not a manipulative person. You're not evil. Like, frankly put, you're somebody with a lot of potential to do a lot of good on this planet. If you're a part of my collective, then you are a light worker, or a star seed, a light seed, combo. Like, you were meant to do good on this earth, and this person, I think their original purpose, their original calling was also to be a star seed. But this planet, this is where free will comes into play. This is where this planet becomes an experiment of some sort, because you can choose whatever the fuck you want. You can do as you please, even if it goes against the law, even if it goes against other people's free will. You can still do as you please. And this person is not going to choose you of their own volition. They'll, if anything, they'll try to lie and manipulate you into becoming some sort of third party. Honestly, if they could have it their way, they would have you in a very compromising position that does not respect your free will, does not respect you in general. If they could have it their way, trust me, you wouldn't be happy. And that's what they want. Like, I'm gonna be so fucking for real here. This is not a good person. This is not a good energy. They just want to lie, cheat, and manipulate you, or for you to become the same way. And since that's not something you're comfortable with, this is not something you actually want to do, I mean, I'm sorry, they're just not going to turn the light until you choose to walk away. All right, here. And then we have the King of Wands in reverse. Yeah, I'm telling you, this person they're just lustful. They would impregnate you and then have you become a part of their harem. Okay, we got the Nine of Swords. Yeah, if you chose this person with where they are at, they're gonna put you into constant conflict. Either they'll be arguing with you every day, or they may involve other people. Like, you're gonna regret it deeply. You're gonna regret being with this person, because all they want is sex, money, and fame. And if you can't offer them those things, you'll be lucky if you're a part of their groupie. All right, because this person is surrounded by people who are also like the same way. And if you just trust the universe, something better is coming towards you. You just don't know. And then there's also the Seven of Swords here in reverse. There's obviously a lot of deception here. They've been deceiving you for some time now. Especially in regards to sex. Like, I don't know. I'm getting like a sense that they're really just lustful. Seven of Cups. And they feel like they have options. They feel like they have better options than you. This person is conceited. It's kind of gross to be in their energy. Like, now I'm tapping in directly to their energy. Queen of Swords in reverse. Ten of Swords. They're just the type to betray. They're the type to betray. Honestly, I would, if you're curious of this person, if you're curious about this person, and if I'm correct about what I'm saying about them, they may have not shown you this side of themselves, the more like dark side of who they are. But if you need some convincing, I hope that you can recall. And if you can't recall, just use your intuition and ask yourself, like, how do they react to homeless people? What is their reaction to homeless people? Because that's going to really show you how they feel about you, and how they feel about vulnerable people in the first place. And I say this because maybe if you're not aware, how people treat others is a reflection of how they treat themselves, right? If someone doesn't treat themselves well, it's unlikely they'll be able to treat you well. Someone is like the other way to think about this is like, if someone is rude to other people but is kind to you, that's because one day they're gonna be rude to you. They're just waiting. That's how you can spot a manipulator, plain as day. But I will say this: I've met bullshit people, and typically they have a few things in common, but the way that they treat homeless people is ultimately like, this is how they treat people they can get absolutely nothing from, and see no value in. And if they ever feel that way about you, if they feel like they can get nothing more out of you, and if they deem you as worthless, because if they're capable of deeming people as worthless, it's not a far-fetched assumption to assume that they could do the same to you. Like, they can think however they choose, and if they think you are worthless, the way they treat you is the way they're going to treat that person, or the way they treat that person is how they could treat you. And if they're capable of displaying it, especially if they're confident, like if they think like, especially like honestly, like if they feel so comfortable to reveal that side of themselves to you, like it could be like a passing comment, and if they it's really telling. How do they treat homeless people who are asking for $1? You know what I mean? Like, I know it's uncomfortable to be asked something, but like, are they violent? Because the fake twin flame I'm talking about, right, is somebody who would have harmed, like severely harmed a homeless person for asking for money. Like, I understand it's not like the most comfortable thing to go through. If you don't have $1 to spare, or you're not generous, and you shouldn't be forced upon. You shouldn't have to give someone something because they ask for it. It should be of free will. But if they're willing to harm a homeless person, if they talk shit about a homeless person, I know a few people who've yelled at a homeless person who literally was just there asking for money, like just in the corner. Like, if you didn't want to give them money, you don't have to speak to them. You know what I mean? Like, you don't need to be a jerk. You don't need to call them names or insult them. Just leave them be, for real. Like, so if this person is like that type of person, like if they're like that to homeless people, don't put it past them that they won't one day be like that to you. Okay, that's what I'm saying here. All right, I think that I'm done with this reading. I am done with this reading. Yeah, I've said what I needed to say. Be careful about that person who may be reaching out to you very soon with an apology, but has no intentions of becoming a better person. They're just trying to manipulate you. And also be careful of this twin flame person, especially if they have a violent side, and especially if they've told you they have a violent side. So this could be someone who like owns a gun. I'm gonna be so fucking for real. If you own a gun, please don't be surprised that I assume you're gonna use it. Don't be surprised that, because a gun is made to kill people. So are knives. But let's be for real. Anyway. That is the reading for you guys. That's confirmation from Spirit, by the way. The dog barking. Anyway. Bye.